okay, if you could get anything out of this conversation, what would it be?
I just make always enough. And sometimes I have got periods when I go a little bit like, oop, then I would shrink my financial world again. And I'm just so fed up with it. Happy.
Help is my question. Okay, let's see what foundation says. Ready? Ow. What this is getting. This is one of the keys to freedom. You're going to think this doesn't apply. I'm excited to find out how it does. So, no competition.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Well, there's so many things about no competition. Okay, so how can we use this? Okay, cool. So competition is where you need to win, fit, benefit, and not lose. And anytime you're creating something that doesn't work for you, very similar to like the right and wrong conversation, there's something you've made right about it and something you've made wrong about it. And so the conflict is where you live. So it's like, and competition is actually like you need to be right about, you know, so what have you made right about just enough?
It's a link to my family.
Okay, cool. So everything that is times a Godzillion, we destroy and create it all.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, so this is a weird question, but let's see where it goes. So are you competing? Yes or no?
Yes and no.
It's a weird question because you're like, what do you mean by competition? So are you competing against a who, a what, or something else?
Something else.
So in order to have something you say you don't want, you would have to be proving something correct while being wrong. So it's like, what is it that you're proving correct with what you're choosing?
That I'm not wrong.
Okay. I'm proving myself right that I'm not wrong. So everything else, everything that is times and constantly we destroyed and created all.
Yes.
Right, wrong, give up, pop, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So is that where a lot of your energy is going?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So if you were to recognize that and then sort of use that energy to create success from your point of view, what would that be like?
Much more space.
Yeah, and maybe not as interesting.
What comes up that I would get further away from my family?
Okay. Cool. So the question that I always ask in moments like these is like, well, who would I have to be willing to lose in order to have all of me? Because if in order to maintain the connection with your family, you have to be less than what you can really choose, is that where you want to live? You know, that's the thing to kind of sit
Gosh, if it's gonna be more distance, I need to go to another planet. I'm already in England. I'm joking.
What's valuable? So tell me more about this. So tell me more about the family thing.
I just, what I perceive that I bring like really, really deep rooted points of view about money, and I can get away from it, then it would drag me back. Or if I go back to Hungary and I meet them, I would just take them back on. Or if I meet people with similar mindset here, and I can match the energy of the points of view with my family's points of view, I just get them back while I'm facilitating them.
So are you using your family's points of view as a reference point?
Yes.
So if you didn't have to compete with your family's points of view and you could just choose your own, what would that be like?
Different.
And everything that is times a godzillion, right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pop, online, shorts, boys and guns. Because everything you said was the reference to your family's points of view, needing to get away from them, finding other people that matched with them, going back to visit them, and then them returning. So they are right now the most dominant element in your financial reality, even though those are the things you say you don't want. So it's like, what would it take to be willing to lose them completely as any kind of reference for what you can choose? And allowing that to kind of permeate through your world and change it in a way that you actually have no reference points for. And that's where true creation begins, when you can't even reference that anymore. So it's like all the energy you've been using to create those into the reference points that you can never create beyond that you're choosing. Will you revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and create all that times godzillion?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pop, online, shorts, boys, POVIDs, and beyonds. Cool. Like, I wonder what you're really truly capable of.
Thank you so much.